Very, very heavy. Okay, so that little 600 people faded. We're at 600 now, so this is a huge gamma that we can watch. If we don't get over here, we can have gamma speed as well. We'll be a little bit careful to get away. We're looking at literally everything. It's 670 level, 600. Squeeze up the nerve back. Reclaim those of the leaving it alone. Save your down again. Again, about 25, back to the focus, finding into the focus. Relatively, yes, right now. Let that go on again. I'm amazed that much. I'm pretty much every stock now. But green to red. Every option solving very, very heavy. Right underneath new funds is dead. Fortunately, the biggest stone is cutting it down. So I keep following it. I really made a profit of 25 level from the head. So the rest of the day, 700. And you get me in, you need some form of pop up. He has to break it down aggressively.
I'll take profits there. Because we already swept the liquidity. So up the liquidity here, we got this. So good morning and good Friday. We had some rather high impact news this morning. It's 8:30. Yeah, non-farm payrolls lower than previous payrolls was last weaker payrolls. Unemployment was higher, so that cost the market. Retail sales is in negatives. Just see causing the markets to take down here. Yeah, we shorted right after the manipulation up into value. This is the weekly value low. We were also below the session POC here. I was trying to get a premium sell at this level higher, a little bit. I thought it was going to come up a little higher, but we entered short here and just targeted this this liquidity, this the low of, well, that's the low of the day. I mean, if we stay below the 50% level here in terms of the strength, then we could easily come back down. But this opening massive wick rejection value was a good signal. Bulls tried to come back, but protected by sellers here. So now we're finding now it's the rotation back. So rotation back. So good thing we got out there. Sometimes I just find myself trying to trail and hold, and the swings on NQ are so heavy that you should just take liquidity grabs. Once it grabs liquidity, those are good areas. Another profit target levels I like to use are these extremes on the RSI. When RSI hits extreme levels, it's just sort of a mean reversion. But another target would have been to 25 level on the RSI here, or 75 here if you're going long. But oh yeah, here was our first entry of the day. This was right before the opening. We were broke even. I tried to go back up for the rotation to value here, but didn't get the best entry, and just ended up trailing here for break even. This would have been a good entry here. Let's see what's giving us here. Another gap. See if RSI can get up to the gap to the upside here.
Yeah, stuck in the deal. Man, Microsoft relative strength worth noting. 0.5% up. Worth noting that 0.5% up. Right. Right at the scam level. right there. Big big. How has me being able to pay myself got anything to do with contract? It's to do with hockey and movie stocks and money. It's got nothing to do with the amount of contract, mate. Where we need to buy a free market they got stuff, like 155 lot, 99 lot, 25. Oh, 17, 18. Remember they were doing it up there. So that's a good day. BTR still elevated on it, but very elevated. Alright. Can't call for the question, seriously. How do I know Twitter? How do I know to do this? Come on. Please. Same. If you don't join here pre-market, that's on you. I want to go over everything a million times. Nicking sell this on the wiring by there. Ignoring the longest and the let them feed out.
If the buyers here can displace to the upside and stay above value level here, we can look for longs. But we need more aggressive buying to. And ideally, we would like the RSI to get back above 50% here, but right now it's still weak. This is signs of weakness, and look at the wicks here, rejection. Bulls keep trying here, and the bears are seeming to protect this level as rejection on these wicks.
We will see downside on the group when how high we're going first. Right now. Right now. The massive level. Big range set right in the middle. Let this market move away from this level. It's either got to squeeze higher. To investors, what are people saying about the Federal Reserve? Because we had been expecting a number of cuts until we saw these increases in the price of oil, and now it looks like inflation is the main driver of concerns for the equity market and as well maybe for bigger stocks.
Yeah, the Federal Reserve is in this catch-22 type of situation where they really need to go by what the data show and what the economic announcements show, because we don't know what the price of crude is. JP Morgan was out with an announcement that it can reach up to $125 per barrel. That would mean a very different economic environment than where crude is trading right now and where crude has been trading. So it's a very tough situation for the Federal Reserve at this point.
Elena, thanks so much for joining us. Elena Popina runs our U.S. equities team on the BN side. Catch-22, by the way, my second favorite fictional book by James Heller. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Coming up, how will the Middle East war impact inflation and therefore interest rates? These are the questions that we have been asking all week, and these are the questions that Mike McKee is going to put to Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee next. This is Bloomberg.
Eric, here's the Don. High energy. Bernard's Justin Tuck. So all about trying to put stay tuned.
Welcome to the world of decentralized finance.
Why is it that NFTs have not recovered in the same way that, say, Bitcoin has?
Bloomberg is covering all things crypto.
It's a pretty spectacular story.
This is the future. This is the 21st century economy.
The transactions
It's snapped up nearly $1 billion in Bitcoin.
and the
We
technology.
need to build digital Fort Knox. That gives people financial freedom, and that's a wonderful thing. That's extraordinary.
You ride the wave that is Bitcoin. Bloomberg Crypto, only on Bloomberg.
Bringing you up-to-the-minute geopolitical news whenever and wherever it happens. I'm Stephen Engel at Japan's Akasaka Palace in Tokyo, and this is Bloomberg. Trading day is about to start.
You're already looking for that day.
The opening trade brings you everything you need to know as markets open across Europe. I'm Guy Johnson.
I'm Anna Edwards.
And I'm Tom McKenzie. This is your opening trade.
Only on Bloomberg.
From the beating heart of global finance, economics, and politics, and wherever newsmakers are moving markets. Bloomberg brings you conversations that allow for deep discussions and important insights. What do you think the future is for inflation? Is this new normal? Are markets too optimistic? How do you worry about the things that are outside your control? How does the current cycle completely stop? I'm Francine Lacroix, and this is The Pulse, every weekday only on Bloomberg.
Let's turn now to Bloomberg's Michael McKee with Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee. Mike? Welcome back to Bloomberg Radio and Television viewers and listeners around the world. Our guest this morning now, Austin Goolsbee, the president of the Chicago Federal Reserve. And of course, everybody wants to know what the Fed's going to do. The Fed's worried about jobs, and today you had a number to worry about.
Yeah, it's a tough mess on the jobs report today. You never want to over-index on 1 month's report. And I've been consistently saying, let's not index on total payroll employment anyway, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on with immigration, with population growth. That said, you saw the unemployment rate inching up, and it's 1 month is not a trend, but it's not a good month. If you got several months like that, that'd be a concerning spot of labor market.
Well, what's your feeling about what the Open Market Committee is going to do? I know you've been waiting to see data. Chris Waller has been saying he's still in favor of cutting, as is the people hiring. Where do you come down now?
Well, as you know, and I appreciate you asking it that way, I'm not allowed to speak for the committee or for anybody else, just myself. I've been saying for some months that we've had relative steadiness in the job market. in my view,